We're following breaking news now. Just coming into the CBS News Miami newsroom, a federal jury found singer and rapper Sean Kingston and his mother, Janice Turner, guilty on all charges in their luxury fraud scheme trial. Turner was taken into custody immediately while Kingston was ordered on house arrest until sentencing. Prosecutors accused the pair of running a scheme in which they obtained high-end items, including a luxury SUV, jewelry, expensive watches, and a wall-sized TV without paying for them. Sentencing is Friday, July 11th for both Kingston and his mother. Stay tuned to...
Sean Kingston is accused of scamming, and him and his mother is possibly facing life in jail for doing something that the entire country been doing for I don't know how long now. It's been reported that Sean Kingston is begging for his life allegedly after these luxury brands got exposed by China. They had us under the impression that he was one of a few people that participated in this type of thing as far as scamming goes. But honestly, if he goes down, there's a lot of other people that need to go down right along with him, because China let it be known that scamming is a part of everyday life in America.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own factories and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. You know, those sophisticated European countries, which make you feel mysterious, royal, and thus luxury. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have an Hermes bag, and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, zippers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the market campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world. Now you see, those bags are made in China by our intelligent and diligent Chinese artisans. Let's not be poisoned and misled by the market campaign any longer and be a real person. Buy a bag from us, from our factory in China. See the real world for yourself.
So basically, Sean Kingston and his mother was robbing people to get robbed. They were stealing to get stolen luxury items that was all counterfeit. Should that cause for a reduction of jail time? This is like robbing a bank and not knowing the money is fake.
Right now at 5:30, rapper and singer Sean Kingston back in court today for day 3 of his federal fraud trial.
And more of Kingston's victims are taking the stand today, describing how they say they lost money in various business dealings with him. Local 10's Roy Ramos is joining us live in Fort Lauderdale tonight with the latest from the courtroom. Roy?
Christy and Louie, today we got a chance to hear from a car salesman, a luxury watch salesman, who say they were both duped by Kingston and his mother when they were provided fake wire transfer receipts and never paid for their products. About what happened in court today? Singer Keshawn Anderson, better known by his stage name as Sean Kingston, and his mother, Janice Turner, back in the downtown Fort Lauderdale federal courthouse for day 3 of their trial. The two now facing multiple federal wire fraud charges, prosecutors say, stem from allegations the pair would falsify payment documents as a way of defrauding businesses and people out of luxury items like a $115,000 colossal TV, high-priced watches, and vehicles. Wednesday, the government calling car salesman Andre Bush to testify, who claims to have met with Kingston at his Southwest Ranches rental home to sell him a Cadillac Escalade. Bush testifying he was given a fake wire transfer receipt and never received the funds, but when he attempted to take the luxury SUV back to the dealership, he said Kingston became aggravated and refused to release it. Only after receiving a down payment of $20,000 was the vehicle left at the home. The defense arguing multiple payments were made at the dealership totaling $70,000, and because the SUV was ultimately taken back to the dealer when his home was raided by Broward Sheriff deputies, Kingston was the only one who lost in the deal. A luxury watch salesman from Mazal Jewelers testifying he released a $285,000 watch similar to this one when he said he was promised future celebrity clients. It was only after that salesman, too, allegedly received a fake wire transfer receipt, he said, he realized he was being scammed and called police. Just a few moments ago, I did walk out of that courtroom. I can tell you that on the stand right now is a federal agent called by the government who they hope can help them prove that both Kingston and his mother obtained these fake documents and used them for the purpose of fraud. We do know that the defense does plan to call their set of witnesses. They will begin their testimony tomorrow. We'll be there for that and let you know what happens. For now, here in downtown Fort Lauderdale, Roy Ramos, Local 10 News.
Somebody must have told Sean Kingston and his mother about how people are getting suckered into buying items that's not even worth the price before China came out and exposed these luxury brands. We all thought that we had to pay the price for luxury, but now we know that these items not luxury. Nobody trying to pay these prices unless you that stuck on stupid. For him and his mother to be behaving like this, somebody had to give them the inside scoop. Because after hearing what I heard, I don't even trust shopping at the Burlington Coat Factory.
Your made in Italy Gucci 80% come from Chinese factory. They just add the logo in Europe to make you pay the price of 10 times. Close your eyes. If your hammer says made in China, does it feel cheaper? No, that's no quality issue. It's luxury brand washing. Fun fact, the hand stitching your product, 42% are Chinese artisans. We don't do cheap, we do underrated luxury. Why pay 2,000 Europe for Parisian air? Same leather, same craft, just without the European fairy tale facts. Be a luxury rebel, you can shop on Chinese platforms such as Taobao, 1688, Tianmao, Jingdong. You can even go directly to Guangzhou, Yiwu, Quanzhou, Wenzhou to buy. Don't know how to buy, how to pay, or arrange delivery? Just PM me. Go next to provide free shopping guidance and shipping.
There's nothing a Chinese factory can't make. Brooks Brothers, a premium shirt brand from the States, actually produce most of their products all in China. One of their largest suppliers is actually based in Guangdong in China. Interesting, the scale of the factories in this region specifically, they're not massive, but all of them are willing to invest heavily in research and development. For example, the world's first long-stable cotton gene sequencing product was completed here. Factories from this region are beloved by those world top brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Lacoste, Hugo Boss. Recent years, with the rise of emerging manufacturing countries like Vietnam and India, many might think that Guangdong's shirt industry might get impacted. But that's not the case, at least for now, because Guangdong's niche market is only for those middle to high-end markets like Europe and America. With its technological advantages, it will remain as a significant barrier. Alright guys, that's enough for today. If you're interested in more about manufacturer factories behind those big brands, leave your message in the comment section and I will talk in my next videos. And don't forget to follow Luna, your best sourcing partner.
Stop using Alibaba. Here are better website for sourcing factories from China for specific categories. For electronics components, visit OFFCN.com. For car accessories, check cheapheirren.com. For industry material, GoBangBang.com. For clothing, check WeBIC.com. For more sourcing tips, follow Yuki, your best business partner from China.
Talking about making a flip. You sell an item that only costs $2 to make and sell it for $13,000. And y'all want to know what I think? I think it's that plastic smell that be getting people high. And that's the reason why people be paying those high prices for these luxury items. You know, when you buy a new pair of sneakers, they have that smell in there and you keep on sniffing at it and it make you feel brand new because you got something brand new. And as long as it have that smell, you feel good about yourself. But when that plastic smell is gone, that's when you be feeling like you need something else brand new to validate yourself so you can feel brand new. Celebrities get high off of that smell. And for the people that don't got it, they'll do anything for that smell. What is that smell? Is it opium? You buy you a new leather jacket, it got that plastic smell on it. Especially with leather. That new leather smell, it's enticing. It make you feel good about your life. Maybe Sean Kingston and his mother was fiends for the smell, and they just had to get it. The more counterfeit, the better. They'll pay high prices for cheap items as long as it got that strong plastic sneaker smell on it.
Sean Kingston was ordered into federal custody on April 10th after a judge ruled his legal team failed to deliver a key part for his bond, $100,000 in cash, derailing his attempt to remain on house arrest ahead of his sentencing. The 34-year-old singer, whose legal name is Sean Paul Anderson, appeared before U.S. District Judge David Leibowitz for a brief 20-minute hearing where his defense admitted they couldn't meet the financial terms required to keep him out of jail. Despite efforts to secure the funds through family members, the cash portion of the bond remained unpaid. Kingston had been convicted of federal wire fraud on March 28th and was previously allowed to remain at home under electronic monitoring. That arrangement hinged on a layered bond agreement, a $200,000 cash bond, and a $500,000 personal surety bond backed by real estate and other compliance conditions. God damn! All hip-hop broke the news. The structure started to crumble when the original surety, Maureen Turner, was removed after her property was deemed insufficient. She was replaced by Rick Appling, a relative who owns 3 properties free of liens. His affidavit was accepted by the court without objection from prosecutors. Still, the missing $100,000 cash proved fatal to the deal. With that, Judge Leibowitz ordered Kingston into custody of the United States Marshal Service. Kingston's sentencing is scheduled for July 11, 2025. His mother, Janice Turner, is also behind bars following her conviction in the same fraud case. Man, prosecutors allege the two orchestrated the scheme involving fake wire transfers to obtain $1 million in luxury goods, including high-end cars, jewelry, and electronics. Each count of wire fraud carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Kingston will remain in federal custody until his sentencing date this. Kingston and his mother convicted of fraud. Friday, April 4th, 2025, Miami. Last week, Sean Paul Anderson, a.k.a. Sean Kingston, and his mother, Janice Eleanor Turner, were convicted by a federal jury of 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud for their scheme to defraud luxury merchandise vendors for over $1 million in property. That is insane. From April 2023 to March 2024, Anderson reached out to his victims on social media platforms seeking to purchase valuable, high-end merchandise. After negotiating a deal, Anderson would invite the sellers to one, if not more, of his high-end homes in the Broward County area. During these meetings, he utilized his celebrity status to lure the victims into a false sense of security by promising to place his victims and their products in social media promos, or by name-dropping high-profile celebrities as potential referral clients. When payment was due for the merchandise, Anderson or his mother would text the victims fake wire receipts that had been obtained by Turner as purported payment for the luxury merchandise, which included a bulletproof Escalade, watches, and a 232-inch LED TV. Bro, what the hell could you be watching? When the funds never cleared because the receipts were fake and no money had ever been transferred from legitimate accounts, the victims became suspicious. And despite numerous phone calls and text messages to Anderson and Turner, the victims were either never paid or only paid after filing a lawsuit or after law enforcement became involved. A sentencing hearing for Anderson and Turner is set for July 11th before U.S. District Judge David Leibowitz. The defendants face up to 20 years in prison for each count. Damn. So that's 5 counts cut. That's 100 years. U.S. Attorney Hayden O'Brien for the Southern District of Florida, Special Agent in Charge Rafael Barros of the United States Secret Service, USSS Miami Field Office, and Sheriff Gregory Tony of the Broward Sheriff's Office, BSO, made the announcement. USSS Miami and BSO investigated the case, assisting U.S. Attorneys Mark Anton and Trevor Jones prosecuted the case. Related court documents and information may be found on the website of District Court for the Southern District of Florida. Let's see. We can pick this up right quick. All right, cool. Oh, it's sealed. Whoa. Hold on. Still criminal filing updates will go live on Tuesday, April 1st. We in April. What the hell? So, let's see. Fraudulent, no. Jury fine, no. I don't know which one.
A crime is a crime only if you don't have the connections. When Diddy went down, that's when Sean Kingston went down. He probably threw them under the bus as soon as they locked him up. They asked him for a name, and he said Sean Kingston, and they did a little bit of investigation, and that bought him some time. Not to mention, they're pushing his trial back a little longer. But there's celebrities out there that's smart. They only buy counterfeit items, and they know exactly what they're buying. They don't even waste their time trying to buy luxury brands because they can't afford it. Just because they got a music video or a song on the radio, that money don't last forever, but they still got to uphold that image. They said a whole bunch of celebrities like, what's her name, Summer Walker, her boyfriend just exposed her for buying bootlegged items.
Yes, babe.
They was about to get me, babe.
Babe, that's what I'm saying. And then look, Pete, this, you always, when motherfuckers say a price, you always say a lower price. Like, motherfuckers like, man, I want 400 for these, man. Like, 150 right now. And then, like, you know what I'm talking about, like, try them. Like, that's how you, like, you always try their ass. You don't never just.
The thing is, I don't mind if they fake. You know I buy fake shit, don't you?
Yeah, but, no, but even, see, if they was fake, then they really gotta cut the price. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if they fake, they gotta get price. You can't try to charge you for them. Hell no. And then them glasses, if you're gonna buy some glasses, go to the real glasses people, unless they gonna give you that deal. Now, if they say they want 600 for some Versace glasses, and like you think they fake, tell they ask you that 150. Now, if they go for the 150, then you know. But if they don't go,
take off. None of this jewelry on my arm is real. Don't love me because of no fucking diamonds. Take all this shit. This bracelet right here look real as a. This shit was $23 on Amazon.
You said, look.
Are those earrings real? No.
You can't tell.
I don't know. You know why it's not real? Because I've lost so much of this shit. I just spent the $500,000 on the fucking watch. Call Jacob the jeweler. I'm good. I don't lose no sleep over trying to win the popularity contest from showing up with all this jewelry that I'm going to leave on a nightstand and have a housekeeper to say, I don't know. I'm sure you don't know. I'm sure you don't know what them $250,000 fucking $250,000 fucking earrings is at. I don't know. We looked everywhere. I'm sure you looked everywhere. That motherfucker retired 2 weeks later. Hey, sure. Hey, these motherfuckers still they paying me back to this day. You know how much goddamn jewelry I lost?
Hey, I got a new watch. I got a new watch today too. I forgot to show you.
What you got? Let me see what you got. What is that?
From Target.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Now it was $10. I posted it on my story earlier today. Nice. It looked like a Cartier though, don't it?
Look like a Carter.
It looked
like a Carter. They left the eye out. They just said a Carter. They ain't say Cartier. That's a Carter.
Oh nah. But it's still.
And I ain't talking about Sean Carter either.
Nah, don't play now. You know this thing looks spiffy. It look real classy, man. It look real classy. See, if I ain't say nothing, somebody asked me today. They was like, "Hey, boy, what you got on your wrist, boy?" I was like, "Man, this shit Cartier. He ain't know no better. He ain't know no difference. You know, to the naked eye, they'll never know. But it cost me $10. It look good though.
Well, you see, good thing I ain't got no naked eyes. I dressed my eyes up. I know that was some bullshit.
Think you got, is it real or is it not real?
I mean, if you can see it, touch it, smell it, feel
it's
it,
real.
It's real. If you see me wearing shit that ain't on the website or in the store, that's still not considered fake. That's mentality. How the f you fake a piece of cotton? If it's stitched with real materials, how could it be fake?
Right.
Just be saying shit just because everybody else be saying it. Like, no, I don't wear fake clothes. Same way I don't wear fake jewelry. Yeah, when they say something about diamonds, that's the only thing I really care about because you see listen or whatever. I don't wear diamonds. I wear lab-created diamonds. Sparkle the same. Look, Gucci jeans, the same material that some Levi's are made out of. If you don't call Levi's fake, how could you call this fake when it's made out of the same mentality?
With the shoes and all the clothes, it's $38,971.85. Thank you.
Said trying to grab out of the bags. Right.
Thank you.
Total was 30,000. Too bad. Thank you. 2 Berkeys.
What did you get? Can we check them out?
Do it. Unboxing.
Wow, how much are those?
Oh, no.
Where are you gonna wear them?
His wedding.
Oh, no way. All designer, what did you get?
A bag.
Can we check it out?
Where are you gonna tag me?
I
have followers on TikTok.
We'll see.
I got the yellow.
Oh, it's yellow. How much is that?
18.
Where are you gonna wear that to?
For travel.
Where are you traveling to?
I'm gonna be traveling to different countries.
How much was that?
16.
Where are you gonna wear that to?
Good question. Every day.
Excuse me? I love designer. What did you get? Yeah, what did you get? Oh, what is that? How much is that?
Luxury brands, they have 2 types of clothing. They have the clothing that they make for the rich people, and they have the clothing made for the poor people. It's the poor people that make the brand famous because they're walking around the mall with the logo of the brand. But it's the rich people who actually use that brand for the quality of the brand and not for showing that I'm wearing this brand. People who show off extra, who are always showing cars, and probably they're renting the cars, I don't know. But these people have insecurity because they don't have money. They want to show that they do have.
What that man said right there was nothing but the truth. People that really don't got money like that want to show people that they got money. I remember in school, all of the kids that came to school dressed up looking fly, new sneakers, new clothes, name brand. You go to their house, they eat tuna fish sandwiches, ramen noodles, ain't got no electricity. They hustling, selling lemonade or whatever they got to do just to get their clothes and their sneakers, struggling bad as an adolescent just to be fly. And for the people that really had it like that, they will be mediocre. The kids that get picked on for coming to school wearing Kmart, you go to their house, they got steaks, lobsters, shrimps, they house clean, got a mom and a dad. I remember it. So when these celebrities wearing all this designer, Gucci and Louis Vuitton, it's all fake. And not only is it fake, a lot of them be having sponsors that send them clothes just so they can promote it. So some idiot out there that ain't got it spend all their money so they can get it. They've been running this scam on people for a long time. And when I say a long time, I mean a long time.
Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. Buying by brand, that's the first important Negro buying habit. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. Listen to her thoughts.
My, isn't it beautiful? I can hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. So remember, the Negro buys quality merchandise. And here's the third thing to remember when selling to a Negro customer. When he specifically asks for one thing, don't try to sell him something else. Don't try to switch him at the point of sale. If you do, he'll probably react something like this.
Doesn't he think I've got the money to pay for it?
The Negro resents being offered a substitute. He wants to be sold on quality, not price. The Negro buys by brand, he buys quality, and he doesn't like to be switched at point of sale. These are the keys to selling the Negro customer.
According to leading researchers, in proportion to population and income, Negroes buy more quality products than any other comparable United States group.
Which Chinese factory supply for Louis Vuitton?
Let me tell you the secret. Louis Vuitton has many Chinese suppliers, but they just don't admit it. 50% of Louis Vuitton bags are from these two places. Number 1, Guangdong City. Number 2, Dongguan City. 90% of Louis Vuitton silk is from Wanshili in Hamdong City. I have a friend who is a manager in the factories of the Louis Vuitton, and he told me the similar quality only needs $50. That's crazy, right? Follow Daniel, help you find the best suppliers.
They rob you blind and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scam. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs only ship your job to China. Not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap laborers. And in the process, they hollowed out your middle class, crushed your working class, and told you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, lift millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefited from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulate the market, dodged tax, and poured billions into endless wars. And you get stagnated wages, crippling healthcare costs, cheap dopamine, debt, and flagged wave property made in China while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs fit your lies while they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need a revolution.
Now that the cat is out of the Louis Vuitton bag, you got a new woke culture that's willing to speak their minds online about how they hate designer and how they don't want it and how they struggling and doing bad and how it's not worth it. But I guarantee you, a lot of times when these people come up on money, they're going to take that money and buy some designer anyways, even though they know it's fake, even though they heard everything that China had to say. People really don't care. This new woke culture of people speaking out against designer or whatever, they still gonna be in the Louis Vuitton store if they can afford it. And as soon as they come up on some money, they gonna be down there trying to spend that money. It ain't about the item being fake. It's about the status. It's about that look on people's faces when they see that Louis Vuitton logo. It's about the look on people's faces when they see that Gucci or Nike or whatever it is. It's that look that people give you when they see you hopping out of a luxury vehicle. People don't care if it's real or if it's fake. I remember when they was trying to boycott Gucci. T.I. and all the rappers was trying to boycott because Gucci said something racist. That lasted for like a week.
You know the type of motherfuckers I really hate? I hate the motherfuckers that try to clown people that buy designer because they can't afford designer. Everybody main go-to is, you spend that much on shoes and clothes, you're so dumb, or I could get one-to-one reps and all this other shit. People only buying designer because they insecure. Fam, I buy designer because I like it and I got the money to buy it. And I'm sure that goes for everybody else. And even then, if it's some people that could barely afford it, so what? It's their money. I don't be talking shit to nobody when they spend all their money on Plan Bs. I don't talk shit to nobody when they spend all their money on weed and cigarettes. I can say that's dumb shit to buy. I can talk about how dudes spend all their money on bitches that don't even fucking like them. But I can say that's some dumb shit to buy. Moral of the story, if majority of y'all really had like thousands of dollars in y'all bank account, y'all be buying designer with no hesitation. So quit coming on this app trying to clown people because they got designer and you don't.
If somebody tell me how to make $300,000 in a week, listen, I don't know what's wrong with y'all folks. Well, y'all be seeing this shit where you saying $300,000 a week. We all saying this shit. You know personally that's making $300,000. I don't. Exactly. You know why? Why? Because y'all should have been figuring that shit out. Changing the trajectory of the family. When instead, you know what y'all was doing? At McDonald's. Making fries and shit. Learn how to make fucking nuggets and shit.
Yeah, but the thing is I'm trying to show you the way to do it better. See, I didn't get past the fries and the nuggets. I didn't think high level, like getting to manager level. I was just
That's not high level, bro. That's some basic shit.
No, I'm saying like I got comfortable at the fries.
So that's your thing, fries. Fake fries for 30 years.
Yeah, but that's what I got comfortable with. But I'm telling you now that I know better, like go to the next level. Go to man.
Am I the only one who wants to just quit my job, maybe buy a minivan or buy an old car and just hop in the car and just simply travel and just see the world, man? Like, am I the only one who simply just wants to see life and experience life and not be caught up in this rat race for the rest of my life? You know, we pay bills, we pay taxes, and we work hard, and we bust our behinds for these jobs, but it's like, is that it? We just work, pay bills, pay taxes, work, pay bills, pay taxes, sit in traffic. Is that it? Is this all there is to life? I can't be the only one who sits back and wonders sometimes, like, this is not, like, this can't be real life. Like, it's no way. We were sold a lie. The American dream is a lie. It is no way it should be this difficult to survive in the land of the free and the home of the brave. This is incredible to me. I don't understand. So sometimes I think, man, I just want to quit, hop in the car or hop in the minivan or something and just travel. Like, I mean, life is going to pass us by anyway. What do we got to lose? And I'm not saying let's just have a mass walkout at our jobs. I mean, if it happens, it is what it is. But it's just like, there has to be something more than this, right? It can't just be work, pay bills, pay taxes, right?
Am I the only one that doesn't see the point of this anymore? Trading your time for money. So I'm supposed to give you 8 hours of my day for 5 days a week for the rest of my life.
Motherfuckers always asking me my dream job like I just like working. Bitch, I hate working. I tell people all the time, bro, my dream job is to not have a job. I hate clocking in. I hate talking to managers. I hate having meetings. I hate having coworkers. I hate everything about having a job. I hate having to wait on a paycheck. I hate this shit. I really hate this shit. I hate working this job. I hate working a job. I tell people this shit all the time. I don't want a job. I don't want a job. I want to act. I want to rap, because shit like that, it don't feel like a job. I want to do shit that doesn't feel like a job. It don't feel like a job. I got to wake up in the morning and swipe a card, or I got to get on Chronos and log in, get on ADT, log in. I got to motherfucking receive a call from my manager and be like, hey, did you do this? I don't want to hear none of this shit. I'm tired of this shit on my mama. I'm 2 seconds away, 2 milliseconds away from slapping my manager, my boss, and all my coworkers. I swear to God, and whoever own this company, and whoever own a company. I swear to God, I hate working. We always get underpaid. And it's so crazy because your job not really your job, it's just your turn, because at the end of the motherfucking day, they can fire you whenever the fuck they want to. If they getting low on business, they can fire you and they gonna call it a layoff, because of course you able to get unemployment if they, they call it a layoff. But I'm just saying, like, your job is not really your job, it's just your fucking turn. You could be down bad on your ass and you really need to work overtime and you can't even fucking work overtime. You don't even got a job no more. You don't even fucking know because they low on business right now. But I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. And I really hate the fact that I gotta depend on this shit right now. But one day, I'm not gonna need to depend on this shit. One day, I'm not gonna need to depend on this shit and deal with these stinking ass customers, deal with these stinking ass managers, deal with these stinking ass coworkers. I just hate it.
All I know is it ain't working for me. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Why you show up to work if you're tired?
I need a job.
Y'all gotta let me know what y'all feel about this in the comment section. People out here struggling, hurting bad, tired of working, money is tight, but people still want to be fly. Sean Kingston and his mother about to be going to jail for doing something that they've been doing to the public for a long time. He begging for his freedom. I don't know if he gonna get it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section below. I'ma holla at y'all on my next video.